What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. Super excited to be back inside the building as Colors continue this series of looking at different Afrobeats and Alte artists. This one coming to us from BOJ, brand new. It goes by the name See Me. Now, for me, BOJ has been one of the most impressive artists this year. I love Gibanga Express as an album. I loved, obviously, Culture. That's one of my favourite tunes of the year. Same with In the Loop. And overall, I feel he's actually been very slept on by the music community in general so far this year. So I'm really excited to see that he has been put onto the Colors platform, and of course excited to see what he does with it. So there we go. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into the sounds of this one, fresh from Colors. Yeah, let's see where we go. Sounds very Jules, which I would not be mad at.
Jules, baby.
Let's go.
I won't do you wrong. See me when I come. Judge your day, I know they run. See me, I'm a stunner.
Just listen to the precision of the percussion and the bass on this. We're going to get into BOJ's vocal and how it is one of the coolest things that we ever hear. But the instrumental on this is fantastic right from the jump. Jules doing what Jules does best, just providing these smooth, smoky backdrops, full of kind of very kind of organic sounding percussion and booming bass lines down below, perfectly interwoven to now allow enough room for BOJ's vocal to land. And what a vocal it is. Again, this kind of husky tonality that he has to his performance, super clean across the mid-range of the frequency spectrum within the tune, and I think he sounds so clean on this one. Again, just arriving with this kind of slightly laid back, very syncopated sort of style of vocal. What a way to introduce yourself to the platform, man. It's I've said it before, there's no way to describe what BOJ makes other than just cool. He makes cool music, man. What a wicked way to kick things off.
Show my why, show my for me kokoro. Show my why, show my by me sorrow. Show my why, you gon' make things soft, oh yeah. I won't do you wrong. Me only back there. You be 30 bad day. My love sorry.
I love that kind of beat slow.
See me, I'm an old tech guy. See me with my old tech pie. Looking fly, we flying.
It's so cool to see how good he looks on this platform, man. This feels like a platform he should be on. Just that kind of Alte sound, again, being slightly outside the box. It very much ties into what Colors has always been about, kind of not necessarily promoting artists that aren't on a kind of global scale. The majority of the people they do promote are already very well established, but they're established for being outside the norm. They do their own thing. They do things slightly differently. That's always been the thing with Colors, and I think this is a really good example of that actually coming to motion. Again, instrumental on this, fantastic, but BOJ's vocal, I don't know how he is able to maintain this kind of level that he always has within his vocal performance without kind of losing anything when it comes to melody or rhythm. Like, he still sounds super clean, super innovative in the directions he goes, but he never sounds out of control. It's always very controlled, very precise, and again, there's just a swagger about the performance. Wow.
You never seen anybody like me. Ginger me, spiritually, financially, mentally, physically, culturally. I won't do you wrong. See me when I come. Judge your day, I know the run. See me, I'm a stunner. Long time, I'm the swagger in the corner. Show my why, show my for me kokoro. Show my why, show my by me sorrow.
I've always wondered, it's a slightly unusual point, but I've always wondered, do you reckon prior to going on Colors, they know what their background colour's going to be? Because, I mean, he's wearing yellow, which works so good against the purple. Like, I don't know whether that's just a little thought that's popped into my head. Do you reckon they know prior to going on? Because this is a platform that's all about kind of striking imagery. It's all about kind of big, bold kind of backdrops and just, like, really standing out against them. I think that's why it's called Colors, because the backgrounds are different on each and every one, and it's so clean looking with the way they're kind of filmed, the cinematography behind it. But I think on this one, the thing that's really standing out is that combination of Jules' instrumentals, the pockets that it kind of brings up with the kind of precision and the accuracy of BOJ's vocal. Not a single breath is wasted. It's such a pristine performance, just dripping in swagger, dripping in this just kind of ability to sound cool, sound like he's supposed to be doing this. It's such a cool thing to be able to see, man. Big up BOJ, without a doubt for me, one of the most underrated artists in sort of Alte in general, but just as a wider sort of thing, Afrobeats as a whole. I think he's such an underrated artist. Gamanga Express was one of my favorite drops this year. Crazy. A little guitar line as well.
She want to go to London, yeah, we'll go to London too. She want to go to Miami. Yeah.
It's so cool hearing that little guitar line in the background as well. This is where Jules really does come into his own, in my honest opinion. This ability that Jules has to just find these very singular, very simple melodies, and then just kind of riff them and turn them into these crazy little guitar solos. Such a cool thing to be able to do, and it just adds that extra little bit of life needed on this instrumental in the mid-range. At the moment, it's pretty much BOJ providing the majority of the vocal. Then that little guitar solo comes in and just gives it almost sounding like a call and response sort of vibe between the two instruments, his voice being one and the guitar being the other. But again, the percussion super clean. That bass line down below as well is literally just mowing around the low end, just giving us this super suave kind of feeling, and that's what's kind of driving the tune forward. Again, a wicked link up as always. We know these two create magic. They always seem to.
See body, me I never see this kind body. See body, me I never see this kind body. You are too bad. Oh my God, you are too bad. You too sappy. I won't do you wrong.
It's a really cool backing vocal to have in there as well. Like, so I remember with Colours, they used to be very, I don't know if this was just me that noticed this or it just was something I seen from the ones I watched, something that I thought was happening anyway. They always used to seem like they never wanted to use backup vocals. It was always meant to be kind of as though it's a live performance. I think they've kind of moved away from that a little bit now, allowing a lot more kind of backing vocals. I noticed it a lot on Ayra Starr's one of these. I noticed that there was a lot of kind of call and respond going on in the background, a lot of kind of electronic edits, and this is almost just like a still music video, and that's what the platform kind of has become, almost like a visualizer to an extent for songs, and a kind of means of releasing the platform, a means of releasing the original tune anyway. Very cool though. Really like the sound of this one. We're going to let it run through to the end and then give you our final thoughts on it. But yeah, BOJ doing what BOJ does best, man, just sounding cool and delivering a very kind of smooth, smoky creation. This has been very enjoyable. And there we go. I wouldn't have paused it if I'd known it had finished then. I always forget Colours have like sort of 15 seconds towards the end when nothing happens. But yeah, very much enjoyed this one. BOJ, See Me, the third of the recent run of global Afrobeats artists getting involved with the platform, and it's really exciting to see. I very much enjoyed this one. I think so far this would probably be my second favourite. I think Ayra Starr's is my favourite. This is my second, and Oxlade's is my third, and that's primarily nothing to do with Oxlade's, because Oxlade's is incredible. It's just that I very much gravitate towards Ayra Starr and BOJ's sounds naturally, and I think overall I've enjoyed all three of them very much. All very different as well, doing something slightly different sound-wise, and it just goes to show how cool this sound can be and how well it travels and translates to platforms such as Colours on a global scale. Love this one. Love the production value as well. Big up Jules each and every time, one of the most consistent out there. But there we go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time, my friends. Have a fantastic evening and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.